Nothing to do really. Just relaxing, chilling. Waiting on my single to drop. Um, with the single, I actually got it start for March the 1st, 2019. Because I'm still in the process of promoting that single. Woke Up. Some of y'all heard the single on YouTube. Certain radio stations currently playing it out. Um, but I have another song I'm gonna pretty much release. Where actually I'm in the process of releasing it now. Um, it's going up on platforms. And the name of that song now is Ride For Me. And basically it's a song that, if you care for a female, it could be the other way around. You're a woman that cares for a man. The song goes for both. There's no discrimination about it. I don't know. It's a unique song. I mean, you will love it. Not finna lie to you. Um, just tired. I'm sleepy right now. Hope y'all truly understand out there. To all my friends, fans, people who really don't know me, to the ones who dissing me, it don't matter. I make music, man, for you to vibe and understand. Unlike some people make music just to make some money in their pocket and end up, basically turn their backs on the peoples who put them in the spotlight. Like me, as my music relate towards these real life stories. Some people may say, "Oh, he said this in a song," and I don't see this because I'm going to be one of them type of rappers that I'm an artist. I write music to inspire people to say, if I made it, you can make it too. And I know a lot of people like, oh yeah, well, you made it because you had family in the industry or you came from a rich side. No, not at all. Got no family on no sides inside the music industry. Actually, I came from a very bad community. Very poor side of the family. Basically a lot of my cousins think they better than me. They really don't care. It's all about competition in my family, you know what I'm saying? And that's what my music is going to kick in, is making money off the things I actually been through and I can relate to it. I can't relate towards no other R&B or rappers out there or try to bite on their styles, because when it happens, my fans could be like, oh, T. Brown, why you ain't stand up for yourself in the interview? Because I won't be able to relate to it, because it's not the fact it's easy to tell a lie, but it'll come back and bite you worse than what you trying to make $2 or $3 off a single. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being straightforward. So I prefer to just keep me being the original T. Brown, not being a wannabe T. Brown, because there's only one T. Brown out here. A lot of people call themselves T. Browns, but they're not the T. Brown, And trying to fight sleep here, y'all. It's kind of late right now. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time where I'm from. I'm in Florida. To everybody like, oh, where T. Brown at? I'm in Florida. It's kind of chilly a little bit to me. Everybody about it different. Some people, from up there, Washington D.C., New York, Utah, Kentucky, Kansas, Alabama, New Orleans, Philly, Chicago, all these big places. They can deal with the weather. Some people come down to Florida, they be like, oh, it's too hot, I can't deal with it. You guys whining about It's cold. This is not cold. This is the summer to where we from. You know, I ain't forget about y'all, Alaska. You know, them places like that, my body can't handle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no anemic in that. Like, some people may say, oh, he anemic. No, I'm not anemic. You know, my doctors done ran tests. No, I'm not anemic. You know, pretty much I just got on this, recorded myself to let everybody out there know that it's time for changes, you know. It's time for y'all to hear some good music and hear that real music. You know, I'm going to be getting older real soon, so I'm not like this new generation. I know y'all be like, oh, you know, he ain't on that G-Life shit, you know. Well, I'm a man about it, you know what I'm saying? I may not be on that G-Life stuff unless I'm pushed to that level, you know. I do got music that I want to write about and push out. You know, it just, I don't want our population, your population, it don't matter. It's slowly fading away. We all can see that. We ain't that blind. We ain't that deaf in hearing. Either a deaf person can vibe to the beat standing at a TV, reading lips. Including a blind person can't hear, but they can see and bump to the beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm really tired, y'all. I want everybody out there, man, to follow me. Leave your comments, leave your likes, leave your dislikes, share all my videos, you know, make posts about me, what you think about me. You know, I ain't gonna get mad. You know, if a person come forward be like, oh man, you one ugly so-and-so cockroach ass nigga, man. Yeah, it's cool, bro. You know, no hard feelings, man. You gotta get your numbers up too. I don't blame you. You know, I had my homeboy hit me up. He was like, oh, T, man, I heard you diss Snoop Doggy Dogg. And I'm sorry to change the whole subject, everybody. But I told my dog, like, it's not really a diss. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, what you call it, bro? I said, that's called respect, bro. Because, you know, I always like Snoop Dogg music. You know what I'm saying? Because the city I come from and the communities and the neighborhoods I grew up in, was like every neighborhood had a gang. You know what I'm saying? I know some people like, you know, they don't understand why people in gangs, like, what's the purpose of the world? Back in my time, gangs was created to basically keep other people from coming into our neighborhood, sleeping with our females, and breaking into our homes and stealing our bicycles. Now, some of y'all who knows about the BMX bicycles, they used to be like one flat color, like red, with the red tires, or you had the blue bike with blue tires, the you know, et cetera, or the all pink bicycle with the pink tires. You know, they don't make that no more. If they do, it's very rare. You got a rare bicycle. Yeah, I think it was the BMX, what they called them. I remember when I first got mine, and I was tricked of giving my bicycle up by accident, because one of the boys in my neighborhood, he was like, oh, he wanted to real stand your bike, man. And man, it was cool or whatever, and I ended up let some boy hold. I never met him a day in my life. And it was like a group of them. You know, a lot of them was on bikes and handlebars. He ended up, you know, rolling around, and I was like, well, hand my bike to him, and he just took off with the bike and bent the corner, man. And the neighbor knew him, knew the guy who got on my bike, and pretty much went to his mom's house, was like, oh, your son took this young man bicycle. And his mom was like, oh, give him back, and slapped the mess out of him. But, you know, that was fun days. But, you know, my homeboy who did it to me, eventually the neighborhood who I was running with, as, you know, I wasn't in no gangs back then. And then I vibe with a lot of gangs, you know what I'm saying? Because who I was on that music stuff back then. they end up beat them up real bad. But yeah, it was the good old days. You know, shout out to Dillard High School, you know, Scranton High School, um, Plantation High School, Plantation Middle. You know, shout out to a lot of places I've been to. If I ain't shout out to your school or whatever, because I haven't been to your school, to be straightforward. Um, but if you want me to shoot out, you know, your school or whatever, in the future I will. You know, I can't read everybody's comments, or I don't know who all share and dislike my videos or whatever, because the network don't let me physically know. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just want everybody out there to stick with me, to stay focused, you know. A lot of y'all, back to the Snoop Dogg thing, a lot of y'all may not agree to what I said. Some of y'all may say, oh, you an Uncle Tom black man, or Donald Trump's is not for you, bruh, or anything, or, you know, T Brown, you're upcoming rapper. A lot of people call you unknown rapper. A lot of people say they don't know who you are. A lot of people say they don't see you this place, they don't see you there. I mean, it takes time, man, you know, because you got to realize I was a producer. So, you know, I used to produce a lot of artists, put them in the spotlight, and I was getting my